Sometimes I feel unsteady when I'm walking. Again, it doesn't qualify a reason. A lot of times people feel unsteady because they just took their blood pressure medication or they just got out of bed. The number one place that people fall is in the bedroom. The most injurious place that people fall is in the bathroom. It's because everything's harder than your head in the bathroom. But we slap grab bars up everywhere. We do everything that we can in the bathroom, and we neglect to realize that these people are probably going to fall in the bedroom because they don't turn a light on when they get out of bed. One of my falls 3 years ago was because I tripped over the dog, right? I have a black dog. It was dark in the bedroom. Black dog's not supposed to be in the bedroom. Black dog wasn't on the bed. Black dog was on the floor. I got up to go to the bathroom, tripped over black dog, right? That's a fall, right? If all I did was turn on the light, if I had some sort of night light or something like that, now we have these really cool lights underneath the bed that if you get out of bed, then the light comes on, but it doesn't shine in my wife's eyes or my eyes or whatever. I'm supposed to be wearing my CPAP machine anyway, so it doesn't matter. I steady myself by holding onto the furniture. You know these people. They're walking around, right? Hold on, I'm coming to the door, right? And they're holding on to the couch. They're holding on to the wall. They got a picture of Jesus that they're holding on to in the hallway. It's not going to stop them. They don't have suction cups for fingers. I'm worried about falling. Most people aren't going to admit that, but if you ask them, like, are you worried if you fall, are you going to injure yourself? If you kind of phrase that, who isn't afraid of falling, right? I'm not a big fan of falling. I don't want to fall down. I don't know how these guys do it every Sunday with 350-pound guys falling on top of them, but they learn how to do that. I need to push up with my hands. I have trouble stepping onto a curb. I have to rush to the toilet. Okay, now they're taking diuretics, right? Maybe they're on a water pill or something like that. They have to get to the bathroom quickly. What do you think that causes? A tremendous amount of embarrassment, because if they fall down, they're still going to pee themselves. And then the fire department has to come in and pick them up off the floor covered in urine. Nobody wants to do that. This is a reality. If you haven't thought of this before, I promise you, I've experienced it with a patient or 2 or 10. I've had patients that fell. I had a lady that fell getting onto the toilet. She slid off the toilet, wedged herself between the toilet and the wall. She had her cane in her hand. Her cane was able to reach, some of you have heard this story, her cane was able to reach a 2-liter of Mountain Dew and a carton of cigarettes. She had a lighter in her pocket, and she was good for the entire weekend. I left her Friday at 4 o'clock. I came back and found her Monday morning at 9 a.m. Here's the thing. She lived in a rough part of town. She had burglar bars on everything. There's burglar bars on the skylight on her roof. No lie. I show up. She doesn't answer the door. I walk around the back of the house. I can hear her coming from a voice coming from the bathroom. I'm like, I'm going to call 911. Big police officer shows up. He's like, what do you think we should do? I was like, well, she's been on the floor since I left on Friday. And he's like, well, we got to get her out of there. So they called the fire department. Fire department comes out, wraps a chain around the burglar bars on the front door of her house, puts it in reverse, and pulled the whole front porch off of the house. That lady, to this day, when I go to the senior apartments that she lives in, still hugs my neck and says that I saved her life. What she doesn't know, well, I guess she figured it out later, was me and the cop and a couple of firefighters went to Home Depot down the road, bought a bunch of sheets of plywood, and tried to secure her house so that people didn't ransack her house while she was in rehab. There are embarrassing ways to be found, and this is not what your patients and your clients want.